This video, which is an excerpt from a real-world coaching session I did with Jessica, you're gonna see NLP techniques unfolding in the wild as they naturally occur in coaching. You're also gonna see me get pushed to the edge of my behavioral flexibility, and if you stick around to the end, you're gonna see the results. We have the follow-up of what happens in coaching with just 2 sessions. In the first clip, I'm going to be associating Jessica to the problem state. So you'll notice that I interrupt her a couple times when she starts to move away from the questions I'm looking for. And then you'll also hear me use a lot of pacing and leading language to associate and revivify the state. Once I have that trigger, right, I'm going to go to the next step. Watch.
Yeah, yesterday I woke up like that with the pain in my chest, went to the gym, and then on the way home it started getting really bad. I felt like I was going to throw up, and then I might have
to hold on. So you wake up yesterday, and where are you yesterday when you're doing this?
I'm at home in bed.
So you're in bed, and then what are you looking at when you get the pain in your chest?
I wasn't looking at anything. The dog. I wasn't looking at anything.
So you're in bed with Batman, and then what's happening?
I say my throw my stuff out into the universe, and then second I'm done, the worry kicks in.
So you say your stuff out to the universe, and the second you're done, the worry kicks in. Okay. And so you say your stuff to the universe, and then the worry kicks in, and then how's your body feeling?
Tense, very tight.
Okay. The thing to take away from this first part, right, is your sensory acuity. So I didn't really associate her. I didn't need a big state here, but we caught the trigger early. Yeah. So she goes, I say my affirmations. And if you listen closely, you'll start to hear when I say my affirmations, and then she looks in a direction and she goes, the worry kicks in. But right around that moment, there's the voice starts to waver.
I say my throw my stuff out into the universe,
and then when she says the worry kicks in, she moves back suddenly, and there's like a facial expression that shifts as well. So this tells us we have the problem neurology lit up, right? And the anchor that I'm going to utilize to create the collapse later is associating her just back into that context. So you're in bed, the dog is there, you're saying your affirmations, and that's when I'm going to want the resource state. I'm going to want to attach that to the trigger. Okay. So then if you push that off to the side for a moment, right? And you remember that all the way on the other side of this, because worry and confidence are the same thing. Like worry and faith are the same thing. They're just in a different direction. Okay, so now I'm disassociating her from the state. Okay, I'm telling her push that aside. And then on the other side of this, right? Now you'll notice a couple things here. I was a bit sloppy actually in that coaching session. I personally wasn't in my best resource state, but that shows you how forgiving the pattern is. So one of the reasons why I did this, when you see me sit up, what I'm trying to do is I'm changing my own state. I'm sending a signal by moving my location in the chair, by changing my tonality, that it's time to change states. One of the things we don't want to happen as coaches when we elicit the problem state, so let's say I elicit the problem state here, and, well, I don't want to get too far from the mic, but let's say I elicit the problem state here, and I'm looking at you in this way, and I'm talking to you in this way, then looking at you and talking to you like this becomes an anchor for the problem state. So then I try to elicit a reason. Well, what's it like when you feel good? Well, this physiology is anchored to the problem state. You want to find out, John Overdorf says this a lot. He goes, if you want to find out how well anchors work, right, do this. Go into one physiology and then try to get them out of the state. So I was a bit sloppy there. Okay. And that just shows you how forgiving this pattern is. If I'm self-coaching, what I would do is I would be a little bit more dramatic. I would make a bigger shift in my tone. I'd make a more marked shift in my physiology to get her nervous system to go, okay, we're not doing the problem state now. We're doing a new state. Okay. In any case, We did dissociate her from the state. I did get her out of the problem state. She didn't go that deep into it, so that's okay. We just got the trigger. She had a flash of the state. And now I'm going to start eliciting a resource. Know that you want to move forward. So if you want to move forward, you have to picture something new. And what I want you to picture instead of that is happy, right? And so I don't want you to know necessarily what the dream job is, but if you were to imagine yourself in the dream job, okay, how will you be as a person when you're in that dream job? How will you be as a person? I'm going for an end state energy elicitation. It's a type of elicitation coined by John Overdorf, right? End state energy. If I ask you how you're going to be as a person at the end of a change or at the end of a goal, I'm getting values, right? And so and those are good quality states, right? You want values associated to a change process because A, you get a really nice stacked resource, a big state to collapse the unwanted state with. B, thinking is state-based. Decisions are state-based, right? So if I have her in the state of her values being fulfilled, she's going to make decisions in alignment with that state. So I go, how are you going to be as a person when you have this job? And she goes, I'll be happy. I'll be confident. I'll be this. And then notice she starts to go into the problem state because people have been telling me this, this, and this, and I stop her, right? I do not want her in that state. I'm just attention shifting here, as John Overdorf would call it, right? Attention shifting. And you'll notice she's telling me those states. She hasn't really gone into the states yet. So right now, I'm just working to build a really nice stacked resource for her.
I will be, I cannot talk right now. I will be happy, confident, a better person to be around because I feel like I've already had a couple of friends tell me that I'm negative as crap right now.
Happy, you're confident. What else are you feeling? Like, let's pretend you have the dream job. How are you feeling?
Secure.
Happy. So right there is the first moment where we're starting to get that energy from her, right? Secure, right? You can feel the energy raising for her. Secure. Okay. What's it like when you're happy, confident, and secure?
What's it like?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, I can relax. It's a relaxing feeling because I know that everything's in place where I want it and need it to be. And you know, I don't have anything. I have a lot less to worry about, so I can relax. So she's still in a way from here. So when somebody says I want to relax, relaxation is great. You ought to relax, right? However, relaxation as a state is not going to be strong enough to collapse the worry that she's had. I need something that's bigger than her worry. Relaxation ain't it. Relaxation will come as a result of the collapse we're doing. Okay. But listen to my language here. I'm taking her, okay, if you are relaxed and you don't have to worry, I'm just pacing and leading to the big state that I want. I want that big state. So you're just relaxed, right? When you have this dream job, you're just going to be relaxed. Everything's in place where you need it to be. And so after you've relaxed, right? Because relief, it's almost like relaxing because you finally don't have to worry anymore. You're just relaxed. But after that, you're in your dream job. How are you going to be feeling when you already are relaxed and you're in your dream job? Confident and secure.
And what's that like?
And a boss ass bitch. So we finally got it. Okay. We got the state. So this is where she starts to push me to the edge of my behavioral flexibility, right? So pace, you're going to be relaxed. And then how are you going to be when you have it? And she goes confident and secure. And you hear and see her state shifting. She gets a little more upright, right? More energy, more volume. And then she goes, I'm going to be a boss ass, right? And she starts pulling one of these. I got to be honest with you. This pushed me, right? But if we were to take a takeaway from this as a coach, your behavioral flexibility. When we talk about matching and mirroring, it's not, rapport is nice. Okay, that signal, that boss ass, whatever,
that sends a direct signal to her nervous system for that state. So my willingness to go there lets her go into the state. And so you're just like this confident, secure, boss ass bitch, and you're laying in bed looking at Batman, knowing you're being this boss ass bitch, and you're on your way to that, right? You're just relaxing, boss ass bitch, petting Batman. I'm gonna have my dream job, petting Batman in bed, like whatever. So by the way, the other thing that just happened there, as soon as I got her in the state, I immediately took her back to the trigger for the collapse. I have her in state. Now be in bed looking at your dog and you're just this boss ass, right? And that's where the first collapse happens. Now I'm going to run her through the chain in a different order. So in the conversational coaching pattern, we get the trigger, we dissociate them, we get the resource. For her case, it was the boss ass B, right? Now that I have the resource, as soon as I have it, I'm immediately going to say, think of the trigger, look in here, the trigger, and the collapse starts to happen, okay? Then I reverse the order. So now I'm going to go, okay, so you're in bed, you're looking at Batman's her dog, you're looking at Batman, and you're just this boss ass B, right? So because the first collapse, I want to bring a big enough state and she's in it, I'm just going to get it attached to the trigger, okay? The second iterations, I want it to happen the order that it happens in the environment. She's not running along in her life feeling awesome and then stumbles into anxiety, right? It's anxious trigger and then we want her to become feeling awesome. So I'm reversing the syntax as we go through it. As you're just in bed and you're petting Batman and you're this boss ass bitch, you know what that's like? Boss ass bitch petting Batman. Yeah. How are you thinking about your job if you are just this boss ass bitch? Also notice my mistakes there, right? So listen to my tonality. So those times, like that last one there, I did not use the right tonality. And this just shows you how well anchoring works. Okay, it's not just a phrase. It was anchored to a tone. It was anchored to, a little bit of that. So I'll play that sequence back. The first time I fired off, look at her state shift immediately, right? And then the next time she doesn't, I don't get the response. NLP is forgiving. You're allowed to make mistakes, right? If you know where you are at every step in the process and you know what the next step is, it's okay. You can keep, like in this instance, I'll just keep going. I'll refire the anchor. As you're just in bed and you're petting Batman and you're this boss ass bitch, you know what that's like? Boss ass bitch petting Batman. Yeah. How are you thinking about your job if you are just this boss ass bitch?
How am I thinking about my job?
Yeah, like if you're in bed and deep down inside, you know that one of these days you're gonna be this fucking boss ass bitch, and you even feel it. And you feel like a boss ass bitch, and you're laying in bed patting Batman, and you know you're gonna get that dream job. How are you thinking about getting a job, knowing that you're just this fucking boss ass bitch?
I feel great.
You do feel great. So now I run it through the pattern again just to reinforce the new neural pathway. And also I start stacking the resource here. I start making it bigger. Every iteration through, we're going to make it bigger. We're going to make it better every time through. So you're in bed and there's Batman. You said your affirmations and you're petting Batman and you're just this boss ass bitch. Yeah. And so when you're petting Batman, you're a boss ass bitch. How's your body feel?
It feels great.
Mm-hmm. And and when you're a boss ass bitch, what do you believe about yourself?
I'm confident. I'm secure. People look up to me. I'm a leader. People come to me and they feel comfortable coming to me and talking to me about whatever problems we have to solve. And
yeah. So you're confident, secure, you're a leader. People feel comfortable coming to you. You're a boss ass bitch, right? Okay. How's your body feel?
Great. Happy as shit.
Where'd the tension go?
I don't know.
Okay. So big difference there. Big state shift. Let's look at the follow-up. But before we started, what was the anxiety like?
It was out of 10 every day.
Every day, multiple times a day, or just give
All
me like,
day. Yeah. I mean, it would come and go for sure. It doesn't just sit on me, but
mm,
my chest would get tight and I would get so angry that it would not, I guess, not ruin my day, because I'm kind of the type where it's like, you could call me and I snap and make me laugh and I snap out of it. I'm fine, you know? So it's hard to think
right.
that it would ruin my day, but
Hmm.
like, it would be up front, like in the center of my day. Like I could feel
Okay.
it constantly, the tight chest, the irritable. I was very irritable. Like my friend literally said to me, she goes, I had to apologize to her after multiple phone calls because she's like, I don't know where this is coming from. I just thought you're going through a
Mm,
hard time. She's like, but you're so like, and she's like, I'm here for you to vent, but it was kind of like, whoa. She's like, you're so negative, long story short. And I was like, oh
right.
my God, I'm so sorry. But sometimes it takes a friend to tell you that too, and for you to be like, shit, knock it off. Like,
So, so that was before. How have you been? What have you
yeah,
noticed?
I've been, since last week, I've been way more calm. I didn't start to get irritated this weekend as I did the last weekend. I slept like shit last night, but not due to anxiety or anything. Literally, I've just been battling really bad restless leg syndrome. So that's a whole nother thing. But
Fine.
yeah, I've been like, when I'm in the car, it's getting better. It's just getting more better in the car with like, even again, road rage or anxiety. Like when people are cutting me off, I'm like, what the fuck? But then I just kind of laugh it off now, where before it would ruin my day, but I'd be angry
Mm,
about it for like, you know, you'd be pissy for the next like hour and be like, what the fuck? And then telling everyone that it happened. Now I'm just like, whatever. So I feel like a lot of things I'm like, I'm also coaching other friends now, I feel like, because they're like, people have told me they've seen a shift in me almost, where they feel like I'm kind of like not numb to pain in a way, but I am. And so I'm not really
mm.
the, like, you can call me with your problems and I'll give you advice, but I'm like the what's it called? Tough love friend. So
Okay. Hmm.
I like just tell you how I feel. Like I just give it to you. But yeah, I feel like I'm
Well,
showing up differently, I guess.